Eliza Patricia Dushku is an American actress known for her television roles, including starring as Faith on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and its spin-off series Angel. She starred in 2 Fox series, Tru Calling and Dollhouse. She is also known for her roles in films, including True Lies, The New Guy, Bring It On, Wrong Turn and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, as well as her voice work on video games. Early life: Dushku was born in Watertown, Massachusetts, the daughter of Philip A. Dushku, an administrator and teacher in the Boston Public Schools, and Judith Judy, a political science professor. Dushku's father is an Albanian from the city of Korapikavolt, and her mother is of Danish and English descent. She has 3 brothers. Dushku attended Beaver Country Day School in Chestnut Hill, and graduated from Watertown High School. Early career: Dushku came to the attention of casting agents when she was 10. She was chosen in a 5-month search for the lead role of Alice in the film That Night. In 1993, Dushku landed a role as Pearl alongside Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio in This Boy's Life, a role that she said opened a lot of doors. The following year, she played the teenage daughter of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies. She had parts as Paul Reiser's daughter in Bye Bye Love, as Cindy Johnson in Race the Sun, and roles in a television movie and a short film. Buffy the Vampire Slayer: Dushku intended to attend Suffolk University in Boston, where her mother taught at the time, but her agent asked her to submit a videotape audition for a show starring another of his clients, Sarah Michelle Gellar. After reading the script, Dushku rushed to a local Claire's to purchase dark makeup and other appropriate accessories for the part, which was for Faith on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. When she began her work on that series, Dushku was still a minor, and had to receive emancipation to work the production's long hours. She later recalled with amusement that the judge who handled her emancipation case, who was an avid fan of that show, said that she would sign the emancipation order if she could get a signed photo from Dushku. After completing high school, Dushku returned to acting with a role of Faith on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a Slayer much more troubled than the main character Buffy Summers. Though initially planned as a 5-episode role, the character became so popular that she stayed on for the whole 3rd season and returned for a 2-part appearance in season 4, after which the remainder of her original story arc was played out as part of the 1st season of the Buffy spin-off series Angel. Repentant and rededicated, Faith returned as a heroine in other episodes of Angel and in the last 5 episodes of Buffy. Dushku was inundated with piles of fan mail from legions of prisoners. She said, "I've been getting fan mail from maximum security penitentiaries and death row. What are the authorities thinking of in playing a show with young teenage girls to death row inmates? They write everything disgusting things that you don't even want to know about. And they send me pictures oh, here's a picture of me before I was incarcerated. And there's some guy sat on the sofa with a bottle of beer and a mustache, and a big gut. It's so creepy. Way more creepy than Buffy." Subsequent roles: in 2000, Dushku starred in the hit cheerleader comedy Bring It On. She followed that up with Soul Survivors, reuniting her with Race the Sun co-star Casey Affleck. In 2001, she appeared in The New Guy with DJ Qualls and City by the Sea with Robert De Niro and James Franco. The latter film garnered attention from a wider adult audience and several good reviews. The same year, Kevin Smith invited Dushku to be a part of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. In 2003, Dushku starred in the horror film Wrong Turn and The Kiss, an independent comedy drama. Starting that same year, she starred in a new Fox TV series, Tru Calling, where she played the main character, medical student True Davis. After having a grant pulled out from under her, Tru is forced to take a job at a local morgue where she discovers her power to relive the previous day over again if one of the deceased asks for her help to change what has happened. Dushku turned down a role in a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer which would have been about Faith. She has had many roles as a bad girl in movies and relishes the opportunities. In an interview with Maxim in May 2001, Dushku says of her roles, "It's easy to play a bad girl, you just do everything you've been told not to do, and you don't have to deal with the consequences, because it's only acting." Dushku starred in an off-Broadway production entitled Dog Sees God from December 2005, playing Van's sister, a character paralleled with Lucy Van Pelt from the Peanuts comic strip on which the play production is based. She quit in February 2006 along with other members of the cast amidst rumors of abuse from the producer, which were later dismissed. She played the lead character on Nurses, a hospital comedy drama for Fox. This was the second Fox pilot in which she was cast, but not broadcast. She appeared in the Simple Plan music video, I'm Just a Kid, as the band's love interest, as well as Nickelback's video for Rockstar. 2005 A Euro present, on October 1, 2005, she announced at Wizard World Boston that shooting had begun for Nobel's Son, in which she would star with Alan Rickman, Danny DeVito, Bill Pullman, and Peter Boyle. The movie was released at the 2007 Tribeca Film Festival. Another project is on Broadway, an independent movie filmed in her native Boston. The movie is receiving great reviews and a few of them highlight Dushku's performance. It is shown in independent film festivals and has won 6 awards. Dushku has had roles in 5 video games. She voiced the role of Yumi Sawamura in the English-language version of Yakuza for the PlayStation 2, which was published and developed by Sega, and released in September 2006. Dushku also stars as Shaundi, one of the lead characters in Saints Row 2, which was developed by Volition and published by THQ. It was released in North America on October 14, 2008, for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. She was the voice talent for the role of Ruby Malone, the main character in the game Wet. She appeared at Spike TV's 2008 Video Game Awards in December 2008. Danielle Nicolet took over the role of Shaundi in Saints Row, the third. Variety announced on August 2, 2006, that Dushku would co-star with Macaulay Culkin in Sex and Breakfast, a dark comedy written and directed by Miles Brandman. A reviewer described Dushku as charming, and giving the character an edge. The movie was released in Los Angeles on November 30, 2007, and on DVD on January 22, 2008. She starred in Open Graves, a 2008 horror thriller about a satanic game co-starring Mike Vogel. She played the main character in The Thacker Case and The Alphabet Killer, both thrillers based on real-life events, one of them directed by Rob Schmidt, with whom she had worked on Wrong Turn. Both movies were released in 2008. The Alphabet Killer contains Dushku's first topless scene. The film earned mixed reviews, but reviewers praised Dushku's performance, commenting Eliza Dushku commands the screen but cannot reconcile the script's conflicted and increasingly idiotic agendas. She appeared in Bottle Shock, a drama about Napa Valley wine. The film was directed by Randall Miller, who helmed Nobel's Son. On August 26, 2007, Dushku signed a development deal with Fox Broadcasting and 20th Century Fox. Under the pact, the network and a studio would develop projects tailor-made for the actress as well as approach her with existing pitches and scripts. Subsequently, it was announced on October 31 that Dushku had lured Joss Whedon, of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, back to TV, as they agreed to create a show called Dollhouse. Dushku produced the show and played the main character, Echo, which aired on Fox during the 2008 Euro 09 TV season. In an interview, Dushku talked about how Dollhouse and her reconnection with Whedon came about. I invited Joss Whedon to lunch after I did the business deal with Fox. We'd had a cool relationship in the past and I so wanted to do something else, and I wanted to get back into a television show. I had him on the brain for sure, but I hadn't called him yet, but I sort of took a leap of faith and set things up with Fox and then called Joss. We went to a 4-hour lunch where I just sort of used my womanly wiles. No, we've become such good friends, kind of like brother and sister and kind of like he was my watcher, my handler from when I first moved out to LA. When I was 17 and I was a little bit of a wild child. He's watched me and helped me and taught me over the years. I told him how bad I wanted and needed him back and he accepted and here we are. Dushku described Whedon as my favorite genius. Favorite friend. Big brother. And the only person out here I've ever wholeheartedly trusted, because he's never let me down. Dollhouse was renewed for a second season. The producers cited their confidence in the strength of Joss Whedon's fan base and high DVR numbers as their reasons for keeping the show. FOX cancelled Dollhouse on November 11, 2009. The show officially wrapped filming on the second and final season on December 16, 2009. Dushku was the voice actor for contract killer Ruby Malone in the action video game Wet. She also secured exclusive rights to Make the Perfect Moment, a film based on the life of photographer Robert Mapplethorpe, and enlisted the help of Ondi Timoner. In 2010 Dushku provided her voice for Noah's Ark, The New Beginning, and appeared in the film Locked In. She also guest-starred in an episode of CBS comedy The Big Bang Theory, which aired on November 4, 2010. In 2011, Dushku featured alongside Jason Floyd in One Shot, a short action clip on YouTube directed by and starring Freddie Wong, which was released on May 13, 2011. In August of the same year, Dushku visited Albania with a crew from the Travel Channel and Lonely Planet to film a documentary entitled Dear Albania, promoting tourism in her father's country of origin. Dushku has a lead role in an online animated motion comic series, titled Torchwood, Web of Lies, based on the BBC series Torchwood, Miracle Day. In June 2012, Dushku starred with Katie Cassidy, Gina Gershon, and Michelle Trachtenberg in The Scribbler, directed by John Suits and produced by Gabriel Cowan. Personal life. Dushku resides in Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, California. She visited her father's family in Albania in 2006 after receiving an invitation from Albanian Prime Minister Sali Berisha. She visited Kosovo and got an Albanian eagle tattoo on the back of her neck. While on her second visit to Albania in 2011, she applied for Albanian citizenship and obtained the Albanian passport and ID card. She became an honorary citizen of Tirana, and was given the honorary title of Tirana Ambassador of Culture and Tourism in the World by Tirana Mayor Lulzim Basha. Additionally, she was given honorary citizen status in her father's hometown of Korapikovolt, Albania. She is the founder and CEO of Boston Diva Productions and serves on the board of directors of the Thrivagilu organization, an organization dedicated to helping the survivors of war in northern Uganda. As a role model to campus leaders for her activism, Dushku was invited by the Millennium Campus Network as a national keynote speaker and honored as a Global Generation Award winner alongside U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry at MCN events in 2011. Dushku openly suffers from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. She began dating former Los Angeles Lakers basketball player Rick Fox in October 2009, and in August 2010 the couple confirmed that they were living together. It was announced on June 24, 2014 that the pair had split. Dushku announced in December 2011 that she had decided to switch to a vegan diet after watching the documentary Forks Over Knives. Dushku, who had originally intended to attend college in Boston before her big break on Buffy altered those plans, announced in March 2014 at the Emerald City Comic-Con that she would be attending college later that year. On June 22, 2014, the Boston Globe reported that Dushku had left Los Angeles and moved back to Boston and was planning to attend college. Awards and nominations. Her performance in Tru Calling garnered Dushku 2 nominations in 2004, for a Teen Choice Award as Choice Breakout Star Euro-Female, and for a Saturn Award as Best Actress in a Television Series. Maxim magazine ranked Dushku 6th on the Hot 100 Women of 2009 list. Dushku was nominated in 2009 for a Scream Award for Best Science Fiction Actress for her role of Echo, and she was named ambassador for the 2012 consumer electronics show Entertainment Matters program in October 2011. Filmography, see also, Film Portal, References. External links, Official website, Eliza Dushku with the Internet Movie Database, Eliza Dushku with the TCM Movie Database, Eliza Dushku et al. Movie.